Hi, I'm 𝘥𝘰𝘯𝘵 with the HEADstrong Foundation. I'm 37 years old. I'm the Director of Finance, and I live in Ridley Township, Pennsylvania. I am married to Daniel. Dan and I have two beautiful children, Chloe and Danica. We also have a cat named Charlie and a dog named Mercedes. Outside of work, I enjoy boating, dolphin watching. I enjoy spending time with my children. They're very heavily involved with gymnastics and cheerleading. And I also enjoy gardening, going to the beach, and surf fishing with my family. After I graduated college from Central Pennsylvania College, I was very fortunate to be able to move to Southern California with my current employer. And that's where I met Dan, and I moved to Ridley. I've volunteered for HEADstrong for the past 13 years. Of the past 13, I've worked for HEADstrong for 5. So when I first started volunteering, all the way back in 2010, I would go with Cheryl and Michael to any event that they ever asked me to go to, from Final Fours in Maryland to Widener University for lacrosse tryouts. Even back then, we were packing orders in a storage unit. We didn't even have power. Finance has been my career for the last 16 years. My main focus really is on entry and analysis and really behind the scenes and just making sure everything flows properly. I do work with Sarah, our patient care coordinator, on our financial grant assistance program. We work hand in hand and being able to get those grants out to individuals all across the country who are in need. I work one-on-one with our fundraising team members and helping them with their events and budgeting. I'm also heavily involved with the oversight of our lacrosse clubs. We're like a little family. I know that we're small, but we are mighty. We are passionate about our individual talents, and we're all in one room together. And what we all bring to the table and collab together to put to life is it's amazing. My job at HEADstrong is pretty serious most of the time, but from time to time you will find me in a merchandise tent here or there. And on Thanksgiving, I enjoy dressing up as Tom the turkey and bringing smiles to patients in the hospitals alongside my husband. Thanksgiving is a really important day. It's a day every year that my husband enjoys giving back to his brother Nick by feeding the patients at the hospital, and it's something we really enjoy to do together. For many years, Dan actually cooked Thanksgiving dinner for the patients at Penn himself, literally in Capozzoli's kitchen. I met Dan 4 years after Nick's passing, and the first day I met him, he shared with me the story of Nick and how losing his brother has impacted his life. With all the stories that Dan shares, I really feel like I've met Nick, and actually we got married right here at Ridley Lake on Nick's 27th birthday, in tribute to him. Sometimes you meet people, right? And you don't know why. And sometimes the world knows you're going to need those people later on in life. And who knew 10 months later, my own brother would be hit and killed in a car accident on his way to work. Both were, our brothers were 21 years old. Nick passed in 2006 and Sean in 2013. Dan and I had the bench placed here at Ridley Lake in Nick and Sean's honor, in tribute to them. This lake is significant. Actually, we lived on the hill for a long time, and we would both come here and sit and watch the geese. We thought, if we're going to do a tribute to our brothers, this is the place to do it. Cancer has personally affected my own life. My mom was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2013, actually. More recently, in 2020, my dad's long-term companion of 20+ years passed away from cancer. She was the head waitress at a very well-known restaurant, but as she progressively got sick, she couldn't work. And so eventually, not only did she lose her job, her benefits, now she's sicker than ever. The insurance policy to cover her treatments was very expensive. I think it was like $800 a month, and they struggled financially to be able to cover that. Even now, after she's been gone since 2020, he still gets bills in the mail for her. He almost lost his house. The services that HEADstrong provides is so important for many people going through the same situation. They can't work, they don't have an income, and they need to get to the hospital. I read stories like this every day on our financial aid applications. So these programs that we offer as far as financial assistance and our Comfort Kit program, none of these programs would exist without donors. I actually believe in these programs so much, Dan and I personally give quarterly, at least. We rely so heavily on donors to be able to provide these services, and it is so important. That's why I work at HEADstrong. I know the struggle, and I want to be a part of something bigger than myself.